Welcome back to Forester Asks Questions. My name's Tom Coates and I'm a Chartered Forester, and today I'm meeting up with the Institute of Chartered Foresters staff on a forest to sawmill site visit, and I'll hopefully be catching up with Louise Simpson, who's their Executive Director. I'll hopefully be talking to her about a couple of things, including challenges that the industry faces, the role that the Institute of Chartered Foresters can play in that, and also what it means to be a Chartered Forester. I hope you enjoy this episode. Feel free to like and subscribe, and leave any questions in the comments. Thanks. So today I'm joined by Louise Simpson from the Institute of Chartered Foresters. She's the Executive Director, and today we're doing a staff visit, or hosting a staff visit at James Jones, Lockerbie. We're doing a forest to sawn visit where we get to show the Institute of Chartered Foresters staff where we get the wood from and what we cut it into. So hopefully you've enjoyed that, Louise.
I think we've all had a really brilliant time, and I think wanted to stand and watch some of those processes a little bit more. It was great.
So what I usually do is start these things by just asking to say a little bit about yourself, maybe say something about the Institute of Chartered Foresters and also what it means to be a Chartered Forester.
Okay, so as I said, I'm Louise Simpson and I'm the Executive Director for the Institute of Chartered Foresters. We hold the Privy Council endorsed to hold the chartered for status for arboriculture and forestry. We also do offer technical level now as well. And what does it mean to be chartered? Well, actually, our staff away day yesterday was all looking at our member value proposition, and there was a lot of discussion about it because we're not a regulated industry. So if you're a chartered surveyor, you have to be chartered to do what you have to do. But in the end, I think we came to the conclusion that this is about, this is an incredible industry. It's very diverse. It's very skilled in what you have to know and what to do. And this is recognition of that, and why wouldn't you want to be recognised? And it gives you then parity with other industries where they know what they're getting when they get a chartered or a technical person.
And so why do you think it's important then that, I guess you've kind of answered it, but why do you think it's important that more foresters become chartered, or even people from sort of related sectors?
Well, I mean, for me, it's about the gene pool of forestry. So, because forestry is so diverse, I want those environments, conservationists, environmentalists, I want the harvesters, I want the nursery people in, because that gets you all together, talking, learning, knowledge exchange, CPD, and it means you really are at the very best of what you do.
Okay, and so what would you say is the biggest challenge facing the forestry sector just at this moment in time?
So I was thinking about that question, and I really feel I should say skills because we are a skills-based organisation, but actually if it was one, I think it's about adaptation. It's about really coming to grips, understanding that in order to move forward, we are going to have to adapt. And I think the Institute can play a great role in that.
Okay, yeah. And what about public perception? I think that something that's come out from previous videos is there's a general feeling across the sector that public perception of what we do is a little bit maybe inaccurate or portrayed maybe not as accurately as what it could be. What role does the Institute of Chartered Foresters have in sort of facilitating better storytelling?
Well, first I would say I found this amazing ICF conference leaflet in the office on Monday, which was 1993, and the whole conference was on public perception of forestry. Okay. So this is clearly not a new thing. But yes, from our national conference 26, our 100 years conference, that was the big theme, wasn't it, that came out of that. I think that's partly why you're doing what you're doing, and Andrew is doing what he's doing, is that we've got to be better at telling our story. We've got to give a face to forestry, and we've got to explain what we're doing. And I think the Institute is best placed to do that because we're not a single issue organisation. As I said, we represent everything from planting right through to sort of the end result, and that means that we can tell that story. We've just got to get better at doing it, and we're looking at how we can do that. But things like this, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And so then I guess one sort of final thing from me is if you could change one thing that would strengthen the forestry sector for the future, what would that be?
The one thing that I would change, it would be public perception. I think that because that informs policy making. It informs, it leads into mental health issues with people facing, protests and stuff. for me, professional complaints, because we're getting a lot of, so yeah, I think it is changing the public perception, and that's it's a big ask, and it's not something that just the Institute can do. The whole of the forestry sector is going to have to work together to do that.
And one last thing, have you enjoyed your visit here today, and what have you taken away from the forest to sawmill process?
I don't think we had quite realised that process. You know, we talk about it, we attend members' hours, we listen to about it, until you actually see it on the ground. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, just to show you, that's the sawmill here at Lockerbie. So yes, thank you very much, Louise.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.